The last type of factorizing we're going to do is when we factorize a trinomial. And to look at a trinomial, we have three terms that are in a specific order. The first term is squared, the second variable is by itself, and then at the end will come a number. Let's just put a 2 there. So this would be a trinomial. Three terms. First term is x squared minus 3x, and then number at the end minus 10. Or it can be x squared, and the first term is xy, which will mean the last term will have a y squared. This then is a trinomial. Three terms, x squared minus 7x minus 10y squared. So when we want to factorize it, we look here and we go, okay, three terms, we're going to factorize this trinomial. Starting with the last term, what are all the factors of 12 when we list them? 12 times 1, 6 times 2, 4 times 3. All of those give us 12. So those are the factors of 12. This plus sign that was there, I've scratched it out, but that plus sign says which of these factors here can we add together to get the middle term? And that's 4 and 3. Those are the factors of 12 that will add up to give us 7. So when we factorize this, one bracket is going to have a 4 in it, the other is going to have a 3. We take our x squared, and we put an x in each bracket. And the last thing we do is, still looking at this plus sign that's over there, that says the signs are going to be the same. Well, what are the signs? We look to the middle term. The signs are both positive. The signs are the same. They're both positive. I've multiplied this out. We'll get x times x is x squared. That would give me 3x, and that would give me 4x, and 3x and 4x is 7x. And the last term multiplied together gives me 12. So just a note on the signs. The signs of the second and third term are really important. If the sign of the third term, so let's just get this back up. We had x squared plus 7x plus 12. That was the question we've just done. This third term, if the sign is positive, it says find the factors of the last term and add them together to get the middle term. It also tells me that the signs in the brackets, when I factorized, are going to be the same. And to find what the sign is, we look to this middle term here, that one there. The signs are both going to be positive. So the sign of the second and the third term is really important. If its sign here is a positive, it says add the factors, and that the signs in the brackets are the same. If the sign of the third term is negative, then it says subtract the factors of the last term to get the middle term, and the signs in the brackets are going to be different. To find the sign, we look to the middle term. That middle term sign will go to the bigger number. Best way to do this, just a couple of examples. Let's factorize x squared minus 5x plus 6. It's a trinomial, so we're going to factorize it. We start by listing the factors of 6. So the factors of 6 are 1 and 6, 2 and 3. We've listed the factors. This says add the factors here, add the factors to get this middle one. Well, 2 and 3 will be the ones we add together to get 5. So in my brackets, I'm going to have an x in each bracket. One bracket's going to be 2, one bracket's going to be 3. And the order of that doesn't matter. You could have put 3 in the first bracket, doesn't really matter. So we've added the factors to get 5. It also says that the signs in the brackets are going to be the same, because that's a positive. The signs of the brackets are both the same. What must the signs be? Look to the middle term. Signs must be negative. So the signs are the same. They're both going to be negative. If we did a check, we've just factorized that. If we did a check, I'm going to write it on the side here. First term squared, x squared. Middle term, outer, minus 3x, minus 2x is minus 5x. A negative and negative gives me a positive. Negative and negative gives me a positive. 2 and 3 gives me 6. I'll come back to my question. Alright, what happens if this sign here is a negative? Well, again, we start by listing the factors. 1 and 6, 2 and 3 all give me 6. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I'll just draw my brackets. So I've gone and I've said, what are the factors of 6? Now, because this sign is negative, it says, which factors will I subtract to give me the middle term? Now it's 6 and 1. Subtract to give me 5. So each bracket's going to have a 6. It's going to have a 6 and it's going to have a 1. So I've subtracted the factors to give me 5. It also says my signs are going to be different. Now I look to this negative. That says the sign of the bigger number in each bracket is negative. Well, 6 is bigger than 1. So 6 must be negative. Remember, the signs are different. So if that's negative, that must be positive. That's factorizing a trinomial. If I did a check on the side, first term, x squared, outer gives me x minus 6 plus x gives me minus 5x. And last, negative times positive is a negative. 6 times 1, 6. There we go. We factorized a trinomial. Here's a couple of questions you can take and try by yourself. I'll just do 2 of them quickly. But you can try all of these and come back to me and see if you can do them. Let's do one again that has a negative at the end. There's negative. Oh, we've actually done one like that, so I'm not going to do it again. Well, actually, let's do it because this one has a negative at the end, but a positive there. What's going to happen here? Well, list the factors of 6, 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Which factors subtract to give me 5? That one. So I'm going to have an x in each bracket. I'm going to have a 6 and I'm going to have a 1. It says the signs, because it's negative, the signs are different. This time, the sign of the bigger number is a positive. This time, that's going to be positive. The signs must be different, so then that one is a negative. And you can go and do the check yourself and you'll see what happens. Let's try this one over here. I want you to list the factors of 30. So it's 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10. Those are my factors of 30. I've also got 5 and 6. Those are the factors of 30. Which ones can I add to get to 13? Remember, we add the signs to get the middle one. That's that one over there. So it means in each bracket, I'm going to have an x, and I'm going to have a 3, and I'm going to have a 10. The signs are the same because that's positive. What must the signs be? Look to the middle term. They must both be negative. And again, if you go and do a check, first, outer, inner, last, you'll find we'll get back to this question that we started with. So go and try a couple of these, bring them to me and see if you can do it. Hope that helps.